A lot of places will say to a patient, oh, this is Emax, but it's not. And I said, enough is enough.
Okay.
I want happy patients. Clinics need to also understand, is your mission clear? Always be humble. Always put yourself in the place of the patient.
In your point of view, the challenges that are facing this industry right now and what opportunities does this industry has? Hello and welcome to a new episode in your favorite podcast in medical tourism. It's Itra Podcast. Today, I want you to help us welcome our very, very special guest.
Today, our guest is a business owner and the founder of Darya Dental Clinic. Help me to welcome our new guest, Darya Özcan.
Thanks, Omar. Thanks, Fatsi.
Darya, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thanks so much
it.
for
It's our
being in this
pleasure to have
show.
you.
We are honored to have you here. And as a female entrepreneur, it's inspiring to have you here with us to learn more about your story and to inspire our audience. And let me kick off by the famous old question we ask to all of our guests. How did you start in medical tourism?
I appreciate the question, and thank you for having me both.
It's a pleasure.
It is a long story, and there is a long process involved.
I hope it was not by accident, because most of our guests say we entered this industry by accident.
It kind of is by accident. It did happen with my father's reference, and he referred his friend. And from there, I connected, as you know, I'm from Canada originally. So I connected with a dentist here over email. And at 2018, email was not a big thing in Turkey. I think it's still not. So it was a little bit of a tough thing to find a dentist who would take on our case all the way from Canada, right? So I found this perfect dentist, and I was immediately bringing in more patients after the first one was happy.
Okay.
So it became like a snowball effect.
Yeah.
And what happens from there is I worked as a patient coordinator with him, and there were no consultations happening in Turkey when Smile Makeover patients came. So we
The
were
old days.
Yes,
Yeah.
2018. So we were in the waiting room, in a coffee beside in a coffee table, two chairs sitting across each other. I'm explaining to the patient what's going to happen, what's happening, what to expect, because the dentist is not going to say anything, right?
Yeah, sure.
And I worked like this for a few years, and working beside the dentist as well, you realize a lot of things that the dentist isn't communicating with the patient. The dentist
Only
isn't.
do his job. And
He's not helping with more anesthesia.
Fortunately, yeah.
He's making the patient sit down, showing an old kind of shade selection. There's no BL1s, there's no BL2s, there's no, extra white going on. And I realized there was something missing. So communication was lacking in terms when patients were traveling to Turkey. So I was kind of that, the gap, the bridge in between the gap. So it was really nice seeing that process. But working with other multiple dentists, even when I did see an issue with one or two, was a bit tiring.
True, yeah. It can be
It was very
standing
tiring.
in your
you
legs for
understand the
12
patient
hours.
very well. You listen to them, you ask them,
Exactly.
but you don't see that same interest from the doctor's side, yeah?
They have anxiety. So you have to understand these patients are traveling halfway around the world to come see
Exactly.
you.
Exactly.
And my patients were coming from the States, Australia,
Huge
UK,
jet lag.
a huge jet lag. So they don't know what's going on. And you need to take time with them. You need to listen to them. And that's why I decided that not only are we missing communication here, even when the final product comes, there's quality lacking. So
Yeah, that's another part by itself.
that's a huge part, and it's another ocean of knowledge and what needs to be taken on. We've done a lot better now. I believe we do an amazing job.
Of course,
in terms
yeah.
of dentistry now.
Yes.
It's
It's
advanced.
evolved. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fast too. I mean, after COVID, it became a really
It
good.
started booming after
Yes.
COVID. Yeah.
And
Revolution.
So, exactly. So from there, I was coordinating also the lab and the clinic.
Oh,
So I was
wow.
so I was inside the lab and seeing how things were being manufactured.
Wow,
You saw the process from A to Z.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
All the aspects like the lab, the dental assistant.
And a lot of dental clinics
coordinator.
don't know these stuff. They don't know the
They
kitchen.
see one perspective only.
Exactly. So if a tooth gets broken, if it's fractured, if it's graying, what's going on? They don't really understand because they're always outsourcing these things.
True.
So I was really connected within the lab, and I was really doing a lot of research on how we can find solutions to be at Western standards, right? Because we kind of are competing with
True, yeah.
the other
yeah.
half of the world because we, even in 2018, we were still being bashed about Turkey teeth and things of these topics. And, oh, if you get your teeth done in Turkey, you'll have, that type of quality and we won't take care of it here. And you really can't stop people, but you can do a great job and represent the rest of Turkey by doing a good job and changing people's opinion. And I think that there isn't a bad clinic in Turkey only, or if there's not just a good clinic, there's bad and good clinics out everywhere.
True.
It's just about finding a good team, a good clinic, good reviews, and even references. I believe references really do mean a lot.
It's the number one most important thing for any clinic, right? References is so important. But speaking of which, it amazes me how you got into all of these things as a patient coordinator. I don't think this comes in the job description. This comes from you directly.
That's right, Fatih. So that's when I decided to build my own clinic.
We want to know more about that trigger.
Exactly.
So dentists and labs weren't listening to me. And I said, enough is enough.
Okay.
I want happy patients. And that's where success really is. Happiness. It's not transactional. It's always about listening to your patient.
True.
When you receive feedback from your patient, they can teach you a lot of things. And I think in Turkey, we miss that a lot. And
Unfortunately.
we're growing on it, but it's not at the point where I would like to see it for everybody.
It's being on the patient side is totally different story. Most of the people starting to blame the patient sometimes for mistakes, but being with their side is totally different story, like what you are seeing.
Yeah, and it's no excuse now. I mean, there's a lot of advanced technology going on, and you can really sit down with a patient and have an in-depth consultation with them before beginning any sort of treatment. But another point that we were really lacking on when I always had questions for dentists was post-op care.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's why I decided we need to implement policies. We need to implement contracts. We need people to sign things.
Darya, a lot of times we see it this way. It's purely transactional.
Yeah,
you come, you do the treatment, you pay this much, you have this treatment, you leave. That's
Nobody
it.
hears from
You
you
are
ever
taking
again.
product,
That's it,
like a
you know?
taking
Yeah.
product.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like you're buying a phone.
Exactly, and-
something like this. But it's related to their health, its everyday appearance. And it would be a nightmare if a patient goes back to their own country and after a week they realize this is not the color that I wanted.
Fatih, it's very important. A smile is rejuvenation. Okay, it can change a lot about a person. It can change the way they feel about, when they meet, for example, customers in their business, when they have meetings, when they have a wedding. This changes a lot of confidence.
confidence.
Yeah,
Actually,
exactly.
I think I
It's a
read it
lot of
somewhere in the
confidence.
Journal of Prosthetic Dentistry that 89% of people think that a nice smile is more memorable than fashionable clothing.
Oh.
So you can imagine how much people put effort and money into looking nice,
Yeah.
and still 89% of people think that a smile is more memorable
Yeah.
than what you are wearing.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. The other aspect of it is people work hard for their money. So I really believe that they deserve what they wish
Invest.
for and invest. It's an investment. And I always tell every patient at my clinic, we work for you because this is an investment long term.
Yes.
And we want to make it perfect for you. That's our promise.
True.
And that's why in our clinic, for example, when these standards and policies were implemented, and again, I listened to my patients, I received that feedback. There's no such thing as negative feedback. There is only room for growth. So this is something that really grew us once we opened our clinic as well. And like I said, still to this day, there is a lot of room for everybody to grow, including myself.
Yeah, there's always room to learn. There's always more to learn.
Exactly.
Darya, I would love to learn more about the journey of Darya Dental Clinic.
Okay.
Where did it start, and how much is it like? What is it right now, compared to where it started?
It's still a growing story. We started off being just 2 dental chairs.
Oh.
And
okay.
that was our small boutique clinic.
Yeah, boutique. Yes.
Yes. And then we started getting a lot of recognition.
In
because
2000 and?
in 2001.
One.
Yeah, so that's when the medical tourism was booming in Turkey. You were seeing a lot of clinics on Facebook, on Instagram, and you were recognizing that Turkey does good work as well.
Yeah.
this is another topic, but in terms of the two box clinic that we had, we realized we don't have enough room.
Okay. Actually, that's a great realization, you know?
Yes. And we are a reference-based clinic. That's how we grew.
That's very nice.
Yeah, because part of
Reputation.
reputation, exactly. And so from there, we decided we also need our in-house dental lab because production it means a lot to us.
Oh, so Darya Dental Clinic has its own
Right now,
laboratory.
yes, we're a
amazing.
absolutely, we're a 7th-floor dental clinic with our own digital dental lab.
How many bags do you have right now?
We have 5.
So from 2 to 5 and your own laboratory.
That's right.
Amazing.
That's
Amazing
correct.
growth.
Having your own lab is like you are completely managing the quality that you are having.
That's exactly why, Omar. So it really, you can have a recipe, but you need to control the recipe. You need to see the quality, the standards, what's going on. And I will be honest, a lot of places will say to a patient, oh, this is Emax, but it's not because they don't know what's happening behind closed doors. And that's a taboo
We've heard
that
about
is
this a
going
lot,
on.
yeah.
And that's why I always really care about long-term stability. So I have to know what's going on in my dental lab, what's going on, what's being used, the product we're using. Everything needs to be very transparent for the patient. And that's what separates us from other clinics that helped us grow. We were transparent and we were truthful.
Yeah. And having your own laboratory definitely gives you more control over the entire process. You see, most of the clinics actually outsource this. And when you outsource it, it creates a lot of room for a gray area. What is happening over there? How is the work being done? What material is being used?
Tension, time. You don't know when that product's going to arrive to your clinic. You don't know if I need to send it out. When is it going to come back?
The planning a rush all the time.
That's a mess. And you really don't want to do that with international patients by messing up the schedule and lagging in appointments. That's not really professional. So
You will lose references for this.
absolutely you will. And you work on a tight schedule. So this all needs to be organized properly.
True,
And having your own dental lab really does help in that.
True, 100%.
Yeah.
And Darya, kudos to you for all of this amazing
Thank you.
work and this phenomenal growth story. What I want to learn more about in this story is another aspect.
Okay.
We know that this industry is male dominated. And we know that, the majority of the business owners in medical tourism are males. Having a female entrepreneur is very special because you can bring the attention to our audience. You can bring the idea to our audience that female entrepreneurs can also become founders of practice, of a dental clinic. But it definitely comes with its own set of challenges. So how much challenging was it to be a female entrepreneur in an industry that is male dominated?
So, Omar, not only is it a hard topic to discuss, and not only is it in our industry, Fatih, but it's also in general in Turkey. So being a female entrepreneur is tough in all of Turkey, and especially in the dental industry. It is very male dominated. So when I was ordering products for our lab, I would always pretend I was a male and I would be anonymous on WhatsApp just to make sure that I got a fair pricing, right?
Wow.
That
that's
was,
much.
it's that much. It was that much. And then I had patients before I had my clinic and, we were all lined up and I was waiting to talk to dentists. And once you arrive and like, oh, it's, they were shocked that people trust this woman, and of course they do, the approach is different here. So it did take a lot of time. And still to this day, there aren't a lot of female founder dental clinics. Maybe in hair industry, I think, but not a lot in the dental industry.
I can't think of more than 5, to be honest, among all of the hundreds of clinics.
It's very,
that
very
exist.
little, very little.
But this must have been very challenging,
Absolutely.
like to reach a stage where you have to pretend, like you have to be anonymous and maybe to pretend to be a male texting just in order to get a fair price. This must be very challenging. But kudos to you for reaching the stage you're in right now.
Yeah,
Like,
thank
your
you.
own clinic, $5, you have your own laboratory,
Yeah.
also with all of these challenges that you had.
Yeah, as Drake would say, started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
Yeah, you could say that. Yes.
Darya, apart from the growth that's Darya Dental Clinic have, from the HR perspective, the kind of environment, the high performance environment that you created in that place, how you created this environment.
So there is a challenge, and I was when I began, and up until even maybe 6 years ago, I just started learning that I don't have to do everything.
Yeah, all entrepreneurs go into this, right?
I was customer service. I was tech service. I was the, if there's an assistant sick, I was there. If food needs to be ordered.
The joker.
Yeah,
Then suddenly
exactly. It was
you learn
Joker.
there is something called delegation.
Exactly. Marketing, which is another trust process. Delegation is also very difficult. Finding a good team is very, very hard.
True.
So building that is another milestone that you have to step and go through. But a lot of the times, I was a jack of all trades, and especially implementing my own culture, which is a separate task that is hard to do, especially.
That's the high level.
Yeah, and you're in Turkey, right? So it's not like Canada or it's not like the West, where you have people who are really dedicated to know about your culture and to be humble, I think, and listen to patients, be kind. And this was a challenge, but we are doing an amazing job right now in terms of patient care, post-op. All of this we've really put into the fabric of Darya Dental.
We see that till now some clinics doesn't have an aftercare right now in their clinics, so which is
that's only like the tip of the iceberg. We see so many other things.
Yeah.
But let me tell you this, Darya. Like what you said is really inspiring, and I'm sure that this is something infused into the fabric of your culture in Darya Dental. I've worked with so many different clinics. I've seen so many different founders and leaders. There are two types of companies when it comes to medical tourism. Of course, I'm calling them companies because of the structure. All of them are clinics eventually, but the point is there are those who work in the company and they believe that I need to be well paid. I need to get fair amount of hours. I need to get kind of these privileges or these bonuses, etc. I go to another place and I find someone working for a mission. I want the patients to be happy. These places are always special. Yeah. And what you have described is exactly this,
You should take care of your team. You should.
Exactly.
And that, again, is part of our culture. And you have to take care of your team. Because working in an international industry with international patients, you're working long hours. So the sacrifices that your team puts in for you,
the appreciation they need.
It's not a monetary value. It's priceless.
Exactly.
So it's very important to really take care of them, to listen to them. These things are sacrifices that need to be made in order to grow. And whatever expectations you can meet, try to meet in the middle line with your team, because the turnover rate of switching your team constantly is also giving the patients a little bit of a scare.
Of course,
So if they come back and they don't see that, I was speaking to X patient coordinator and today is Y patient coordinator, what's going on?
They have concerns.
Yeah,
they have concerns.
Where's the person I spoke to in my first visit?
What happened?
Exactly. Even your dentist.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
another thing. So relationships and taking care of your team is something you should take pride on and nurture all the time.
Definitely. But, like the best way, the best position for a team to be in is to believe in the mission. Like when they believe in the mission, what you said is very inspiring in such a way that patient is very important. Patient needs to be taken care of. Patient needs to be satisfied and happy. And you're considering even the idea that they're coming from far away.
Oh, yeah.
We need them to be satisfied. We have references. You grew through references first, which means you have very good results, very good end results. When the employee believes that they are part of a mission, it really changes everything.
So, Fatih, clinics need to also understand, is your mission clear? Are your values clear?
Thank you.
Do you have a vision? Because getting a paycheck at the end of the month shouldn't be the motivating factor to why you're with a company.
Exactly.
They need to know why am I working with this clinic? Why am I working with this company? So these need to be aligned and outlined. And this also helps you as a founder too. You really need to know, what is the reason that I am standing behind my team and my name and my branding?
Exactly. Yeah.
With our mission, we believe that we want to be, the global leaders in dental tourism. And we want to make sure trust and transparency and patient care is centered.
Core values.
Core values.
Like, thank you so much. What I tried to say in like 200 words, you said it in 10 words, right? The mission, the vision, the core values should always be clear
Exactly.
to everyone who is working in the clinic.
If you believe in yourself, I feel like people start believing in you.
Yeah.
If you have good intentions, good values, good missions, people start understanding why you, why not X. They like to feel like they belong in a place that will take care of them. That's why I always tell my patients, like, after you leave, you're still family. Your treatment doesn't end when you leave.
Exactly.
It continues.
Phenomenal.
And speaking about this, what kind of strategy right now the Darya Dental Clinic are using to position this clinic to be among on the top clinics in Turkey?
Okay, great question. So I understand some patients could be a little bit confused when they look for other dental clinics. It's a saturated market, especially online. On Instagram, you see an amazing dental work done, but maybe it's not from that clinic. Or you see a hyped up clinic with amazing advertising, beautiful videos, influencers coming in, all this type of stuff. But I think...
And by the way, sorry for interrupting. Right now, Meta, when you click on one ads, they will keep showing you all the
algorithm,
in Turkey.
The algorithm will mess up your life.
Curiosity, they will be like checking all these clinics. What happening there?
Yeah. Good communication is something we provide. Trust is what we provide. And transparency is what we provide. So when I say transparency, this comes from diagnosis until they leave. So these steps and in between are very important for us, that we dedicate to have a team member taking care of each step. Okay, so it's not a clinic handling, it's every step that we have to be transparent about. So we have a patient coordinator takes care of the consultation. We have an aftercare coordinator who takes care of post-op, who you can reach out to when you have an issue.
Or the team assisting you.
Exactly. So this is where the transparency happens. The trust also starts to build in that process. So there are different ways that we do provide this trust as well. So if you'd like to visit us one day, you would see as a patient how we provide that. Yeah.
We would love to. We would love to. And yes, I commend what you said. Transparency is a huge factor.
It is.
When you're transparent with your patient, trust becomes easier.
Yeah, don't change the price plan and say when you're here, if I've heard a lot of scary stories about patients going to a dental clinic and they're not even told what changes will happen and it's just put out in front of them. They don't know why. They're afraid. How can you build a reputation if you destroy trust from one patient?
Yes.
Because one patient means 5 patients.
Exactly.
One patient brings you a lot of care to your business, to your clinic. So you really have to put a lot of value and not see it transactional is what I really mean.
Actually, this is very true because right now in the field of medical tourism in Turkey, especially in dental, it's becoming a very, very, very oversaturated market.
Yeah.
And the idea of me running ads, having leads and having patients, this idea by itself alone does not stand out anymore.
It's a short term. A short term process. Like you will stand short term, but long term, there's nothing in terms of value. So what sets us out, Fatih, is it's not a transactional process for us with patients. It's you cannot base it on transaction. The value is priceless. So we value every patient that comes in and we see them as ourself. So we don't see them as the treatment plan only. We don't see them as, just like everybody else. Everyone is so unique to us that comes there. So that's what's really
true.
Different
Every
with us
case is unique.
to,
Every case is unique.
I believe in the upcoming years, the clinics were going to stand out. That's who gaining from the references more than the ads.
I feel the same way. Absolutely.
That's what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which raises up the question, Darya, what do you think are in your perspective as a founder of a dental clinic in the industry in Turkey, what is in your point of view the challenges that are facing this industry right now, and what opportunities does this industry has?
So the opportunities that Turkey really does provide for the medical tourism industry is we have a lot of experience with our dentists, our dental assistants,
True.
our lab. We've really reached to a point where we can compete globally.
Yeah.
Our dentists see a lot of cases compared to overseas. Like I'm from Canada, and healthcare is public there.
Yeah,
And,
we heard a lot about it here.
And, you have a lot of, I think, 45 plus dentists there who look old. But here you have a lot of young dentists. But the thing with Turkey is also our dentists here, whenever you go to a dental clinic, maybe you'll see maybe he's 25 or 30.
Yes.
It doesn't mean anything about his experience. The dentist, him or her, they begin in university, for example. So they start seeing patients
Practicing, yeah.
exactly before they even start in a dental clinic, in terms of working on private patients.
Yes.
So this is really a big advantage for us. We really are ahead in terms of experience.
True,
and I want international patients to understand this, that it's different. It's not 8 years of medical school. It's 5 years, but the last 2 years, they're actually working inside the university with actual patients.
True.
And then they start working outside.
And we heard this from a lot of patients, like first we have this idea, or previously we had this idea, patients are coming to Turkey because of the price. The
Yes.
price is cheaper, so they are coming to Turkey to do their teeth.
Don't choose value-based. Don't choose
The
price.
Yeah.
Choose value-based.
Yeah, exactly.
Choose what the clinic provides you in terms of value. Okay?
Now in 2025, 2026, we're hearing a different type of dialogue.
Yeah.
Right now, it's no longer about I'm coming to Turkey because it's cheaper than my country. No, they are saying I'm coming to Turkey because it's better
of
than
course.
what they do
Absolutely.
where I am.
I don't mind when patients do price shopping, and I think all of us do that.
Yeah, true. We all do that.
So it's something that is pretty natural in terms of human nature. So it's normal for patients to do a little bit of price shopping, and they should really see, take 3 dental clinics or 2 dental clinics and compare prices to really see what's normal at least. As I always say, patients earn their hard-earned money, and they have the right to invest somewhere that they feel really gives them what they deserve. So that's one thing. But in terms of pricing, I don't see after 2026 dental clinics can survive off of this.
Yeah.
They really do need to, as Omar said, we need to strengthen
Change the strategy.
Yeah, and I'm not speaking for just myself. I mean for everybody. They need to work on that reference point, so we're not known as just cheap veneers or things like that. I really don't like these terms.
Yeah.
I really
Us well.
don't, because I swear to God, because I put a lot of effort in the quality of my work. And seeing another clinic, and it's a free market, hey, go ahead. But it shouldn't be based on this. It really does hurt the industry a lot.
Unfortunately,
A lot.
yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, plus there's a lot of there is no better way to say this. There's a lot of butchering that is happening sometimes.
Unfortunately. But that goes in all the way around the world. So globally, that's an issue.
Of
if
course.
that is an issue. We have a lot of good clinics in Turkey, a lot of good dentists, a lot of good doctors. Plastic surgery is also pretty big here.
Yeah.
Istanbul's a huge hub for plastic surgery. So I think we do an amazing job. And I just try to represent the good side of that. So
Understood. Yeah, 100%. And
So-
yes, please. Darya, let me ask you about this. Like we see there's a lot of right now appearance and presence for AI when it comes to medical tourism.
Oh, yeah.
And this kind of gives us a glimpse into the future. Like what will happen? What is the future of medical tourism in terms of communication with patients, in terms of AI? Where does it fit in this entire circle of process? What is your thoughts and take on this?
That's something that I've actually been looking into recently, and I feel like AI is great. You do really need to have some AI in your clinic or in your industry. It's something that should happen. However, I feel like it's missing a human touch point.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel that's definitely missing. And even when you talk to ChatGPT, like you'll really see that it starts to get repetitive as well.
Yeah.
And
No
I
empathy.
I understand, like we're trying to penetrate the market and see who appears on ChatGPT and things of that nature, but it's still biased information. It's not really properly leading any patient to find a good dental clinic there. You really still have to do your research, but AI should be implemented in any sort of aspect of your business to make things a little bit more easier for you, but it shouldn't be the main focus point. It
Exactly.
should not.
Exactly. Yeah.
It should not, especially when it's a human to human
Yes.
procedure.
From me, from a personal perspective, I believe it will never be replaced. The human to human connection is so important.
Yeah.
Yes, AI can help. AI can
With the
smoothen,
limit.
automate.
Yeah.
Like in the fillings in the process, but it will never replace the human to human.
I'm not against it. I'm still very open to that idea. I love technology. I love innovation. And that is something that also, as a dental clinic, we and a team has taken us beyond what we are today compared to 2018. So AI technology, you do need to be open about it. And I mentioned, I've been even shaped by Gen Zs. So I've, working with them really changed me a lot too. And I'm a millennial, but Gen Zs really do teach you a lot of things. So not only should you listen to your patients, but you should listen to your team as well. They have really good things to say. So AI should be used, I believe, to answer your question, but I think that it still needs to be worked on in terms of the human touch point. Yeah.
True.
Exactly. And ending our episode, what kind of advice you want to give to other owners in this domain?
I'm not
Or
sure.
the new one, or the ones who want to build something in this domain?
Always be humble. Always put yourself in the place of the patient. Always be honest.
True.
And my father is someone who gave me that, and he was doing business as well. And he always said, honesty is key. And whenever you are human-centered and you give a human-centered approach, you will do great. People will remember
gain
you.
The trust.
Absolutely. People will remember you. So always try to keep this in mind and don't stop growing. Don't stop learning.
That's the best advice that we can give to all the business owners that are watching. And
thank you for all this insight.
We couldn't thank you enough, Darya, for all of
Thank
this wonderful insights and valuable information. And again, on another note, like you being a female entrepreneur is very, very encouraging to all of our audience and to all of those who are watching. Kudos to you for all the hard work that you've done.
And I appreciate this opportunity as well. And normally I'm very shy in front of cameras. I'm a little bit of an introvert, even though it's not. Thank you. I'm an introvert, but I want women to understand that they should get out there.
True.
And even males, like it's not just a gender thing for me. People who do good jobs should appear more. They should be recognized more. So people who do bad jobs or bad work are kind of brushed away. So we need to we need to show our faces. We need to be heard if you're doing a great job. Don't be shy of this.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Darya, for being on our episode today.
Yeah.
And a huge thanks to all of our audience for watching today's episode. Stay tuned for more insiders from medical tourism and more episodes coming out next.